Hey guys, it's Kelly. Hey, I'm going to be doing some art journaling tonight, but I just thought I would share what I'm going to do it in because I got some new materials. So the communication manager of Crescent boards contacted me and said, hey, I saw a couple of your art journal videos. I like what you're doing. I'd like to send you some of my new render paper and see what you think about it. So that's what I'm going to be using. He sent me all kinds of goodies. I was so excited to have this stuff to work in, because this is supposed to be no show through paper, so it doesn't matter what I use on it, it's not going to go through. So you're going to be able to use both sides of this with no problem. So he sent me this book, and I think this is the book I'm going to start in. It's really nice too. It's a really nice book. So I'm going to start in this tonight. And but in addition to that, I got this really cool sketch pad. And again, you can use this with all kinds of different medias, and I can tear it out and cut it and get it to size. And then this is another hardbound book. I'm really excited about this one as well because I can use it as an art journal book. So really, really cool. And then also I got all kinds of really cool boards. I have all kinds of ideas for these. This one is like a mixture of all the different ones. I got watercolor board, mixed media board, collage board, marker board, just plain chipboard, mounting boards, illustration boards, collage, all kinds of really, this canvas one is pretty cool. They're really, really thick too, so you could just, you don't even have to do it on a canvas. I love these. They're really great. So dry mixed media boards, and these are all different kinds of colors. So I've got lots of ideas for these. I'm excited to get started on that. So I will probably do a voiceover for my art journal because it'll take some time. So I will get started and be right back. Thanks. Okay, we're going to try this again, so hopefully my recording will take. So I tried some blues and some different colors on the page. Didn't like that at first after I gessoed it, so I wound up just covering it all with this pretty blue acrylic paint. And I'm keeping the drying in here because I allowed the paint and the gesso to bubble. I really like the texture that that gives. Sometimes I want it, sometimes I don't, and this time it started bubbling and I thought it was really cool. You can see it in the shadow of the heat gun, but you can't see it in the white light because it's just too bright. But I highlighted it with some ink, so you'll get to see it here. So I used Vintage Photo and went over the highlight areas, and that was my background, and I liked it. And I was going for like an autumn page. I didn't know what I wanted, but I definitely didn't want it to just say Happy Thanksgiving on there. So I used die cuts with a view harvest gathering paper pieces. And I fussy cut all those trees out and just used some strips and put some Mod Podge high gloss, like a really glossy finish on some of the strips because I wanted them to kind of shine, because those trees have this little copper shine to them, so I needed to tie that in. So I am using Vintage Photo or Walnut Stain, I can't remember which one that is, on the trees, but I did use both on this page, and that is the API's incredibly tacky glue, and it is incredibly tacky. Crafter's Pick, I think I got that from Wild Orchid Craft. So then I just arranged the trees down there the way I like them. Kind of random order all up the left side of the page. And then I just used Vintage Photo distressed embossing powder, some copper perfect pearls, and some perfect medium and embossing ink, and just treated those leaves, and I just drew them and with a pencil and cut them out myself. I just fussy cut those out after I drew them. So, and there's the perfect medium. Both of them work. You can use the perfect medium or the embossing ink. So, and that perfect medium comes with your perfect pearls when you buy those. So, and I like the Distress Vintage Photo embossing powder. It leaves like a really cool texture to it. It's kind of organic looking. And I was going for like, you know, I was like, well, maybe I'll make a flower, maybe I'll make a pine cone, I don't know, but I put all the work into these little leaf looking things, so I wanted to put them on the page. And I think they wind up looking a little bit like a pine cone. But so I'm just heat setting them, and to do that I hold it down with my paper piercer. And after I heated the embossing powder, I went over it with Perfect Pearls, the copper color, and it stuck really well, but you're supposed to spray it with water to set it. So I wound up doing that too. So, but a little too much water. My sprayer was too much. It should just be a real fine mist. So I wound up drying that. And they kind of flew everywhere, but it worked out. So, and then I just laid them down, and then my Scotch 3M quick drying glue did not work very well when on that embossed paper. It would not stay, and it would not stay on my paint either. I've never had a problem with it in the past, but I don't think I've ever tried to glue things like this down. Excuse me, I just yawned. It's really late. But anyway, I wound up having to re-glue those pieces down using the incredibly tacky glue, and that worked out really well. So, and I had to fix one of those leaves because with embossing powder, I just had to add a little bit more in there and touch it up because, and there it is, I'm doing that right now. I just had to add a little bit more on there because it was going to show, the way I was arranging it, it was going to show that there was no embossing powder and it looked stupid, so I just fixed that. While I was gluing it on, and worked out. And then couldn't forget the copper Perfect Pearls, so everything matched. And then anywhere that I went over the page, I just cut off the excess later, and I cut that out too. So, and I keep trying to glue it underneath there, but it just was not staying down. Pushed it down with all kinds of things. So, and there is some more of the pieces that I cut out from the paper collection, and I just randomly put them on there and then highlighted them, gave them some dimension with the black gelato. I tried the charcoal pen, but it didn't work out. And then that is a piece, it's a sticker that I had from my stash. It says family, and it's got a little raised up bike on it, a little piece of bling, and a butterfly on there, and it matched perfectly. So I went with it. And then again, I used the gelato just to highlight it, or to give it some shadows. And then right above the F there, it needed a little something. There was just one little thing missing there, and I didn't have a matching butterfly or anything like that. So I just added more of the strips because I had lots of extras. And right above the F, you can see that in the stills. So that was super fast. It took longer, but I hope you like it, and thank you so much for watching, and more to come.